Gary, just before we get into tomorrow's game against Birmingham, just any final reflections on Saturday's game against Wrexham?
Yeah, we've reviewed the game. We recovered yesterday. Full focus is on Birmingham now, but whether we win, lose or draw, we always want to take lessons from the game. And I think what we found is against the bigger teams in this league that are up the top, that you have to be perfect, you have to be at your very best to win the game. And we made critical errors, obviously, from the set pieces. We allowed a cross in the box and a free header in the box. And if you do that against the top teams, you get punished. So learn the lessons, move on to the next game, another big challenge, and really excited for that.
Birmingham, of course, another side who are going very well in the league, I think, as they were expected to do. Do you see similarities between Wrexham and Birmingham, or are they two very different teams?
Yeah, I think Birmingham are a better team. I think from what I've seen them live against Wrexham, and the clips I've watched this week, I think they are the best team in the league. I think they've assembled that team, obviously, at a huge cost, and I know, how the manager feels. I had that feeling myself at Wigan when I was there. We had a good budget, might not as good as Birmingham's, but we had a good budget, and that brings a pressure and an expectation. And at this moment in time, they're probably not where they want to be. But I'm fully convinced that come the end of the season, if you finish above Birmingham, then you'll probably win the league. So I think they are a top team that the challenge that they bring is something we should be really excited about as a football club. The supporters should be, coming to this game full of hope and an expectation that we can go and get a result.
Birmingham were beaten by Shrewsbury at the weekend. Were you surprised by that result, and have you had an opportunity to watch it back to see what Shrewsbury did that perhaps we can replicate?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. No result in League One surprises me. No result in football surprises me. The new manager coming in, I think, had a huge effect on Shrewsbury's energy levels and the way they went about the game. Having watched the game and watched other games, Birmingham should have won the game. They had more than enough possession, more than enough opportunities. They conceded poor goals on the day, and Shrewsbury, all credit to them, they were ruthless. They punished them. They scored at the right moments, and it was a fantastic victory for them. But we have to analyse Birmingham for what they are, and they are a very good football team. They play very similar to how we set up in terms of their formations, their rotations, their opposite movements. So yeah, I'm a big admirer of the football team that we are, but we as a group have to have a game plan and a belief that on the night we can cause them a lot of problems, and I think we can because of the group that we have, the quality and the different ways that we can play. Yeah, I think we can cause them a lot of problems.
We know that SJP is a special place under the lights, and a sellout crowd for a midweek game is remarkable as well.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and it is a special place, and I hope Birmingham feel that. I hope they feel when they come to the stadium that our club is different, we're unique, and I hope they feel that when they walk into the stadium. It's obviously not a stadium they've probably been at for a number of years, so with it being full under the lights, then hopefully we can create our own special night and get a really important victory to get us back on track quickly. I always think when you lose a game, it's important the next game you go and you get back on track quickly. So that's what we're going to try and do.
The return, of course, of Jay Stansfield. I'm sure there'll be a lot of emotions for him returning to the ground and to the club. And obviously I know the supporters will probably give him a special welcome.
Yeah, I think everyone will give him a special welcome. He's a special footballer, special person. His family and obviously his dad have a long connection with this football club, and to see him will be great. To kind of for the fans to give him that reception when he comes back, I think will be great. I think everyone remembers his hat trick against Morecambe. It was probably one of the most emotional moments I've seen in football. So yeah, it'll be good, but for 90 minutes we have to kick him, we have to push him, we have to stop him doing what Stano does. We know him well, but it's one thing knowing what he does and it's another thing trying to stop it. So there'll be cuddles, there'll be niceties before the game, and then during the game we have to make sure that we stop him doing what he does.
And just finally, how's the squad looking injuries wise?
A lot of niggles, a lot of kicks, a lot of bruises, some stitches. So we have to assess the whole group today in training, see how everyone is. Tomorrow we'll come in and do final preparations and make sure that everyone on the pitch is 100% ready and committed to go and get a victory. But today, there's, like I said, there's some doing park training, some doing whole, so that I can't really commit on a lot of them. Michael's given a lot of players till the very last minute to be available.